Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool in a three-way battle for the signing of Lavia as they all look to advance on this deal. Plus, we talk about Vlahovic and his scheduled meeting to become a Chelsea football player and the big reports coming out that Kylian Mbappe could become an Arsenal player. Hit the like button, subscribe, download OneFootball right now. Let's do this. Lavia is one of the most sought-after players this summer. He isn't seen as a Rice or a Caicedo or somebody who is at the pinnacle, the most important player to get. But many clubs view him as somebody that is going to be a colossus in years to come. He's so well coveted. He's so well regarded in football. There is also the fan element of this could be a thumb in the eye for Man City. They let him go. We could have one of their starlets become a superstar at our club. Yes, Southampton were relegated. And I know that there are certain players like a Harry Maguire who, why would you sign a player for Man United who's been in a team that's been relegated? That is a line that's been overused. Not every player that's in a relegation team is massively culpable or is going to be unsuccessful at bigger clubs. Andy Robertson at Liverpool is a prime example. Lavia was sensational for Southampton last campaign. There is no doubt about it. This kid looks legit. He looks legit. Now, according to this article here, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea have all held advanced talks over a possible deal for the in-demand Southampton midfielder, Lavia. We understand, and again, I'm reading the article, it's not my opinion. We understand that Southampton firmly believe their valuation is in excess of 50 million is a fair price. More importantly, they think that it is an attainable number given the interest that is emerging for the teenage Belgium international. Leading suitors Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea have all had Lavia on their respective lists. Liverpool have already made inroads into the midfield, into their midfield overhaul after signing Saïslev and McAllister, but they want more. It says here that Arsenal are set to announce Declan Rice into their team soon, but it remains to be seen whether both Partey and Xhaka will both leave. We know Xhaka has already gone. That has been done. When you guys eventually see this video, there may have been an update on this. This has been pre-recorded. Chelsea are putting all their eggs in the Caicedo basket. They're also looking at Gabby Vega, but he's there as well. My big question is for you, the Football Terrace community, is where do you see, genuinely, where do you see him going? There's a lot of talk of Tchouaméni. There's a lot of talk of Tchouaméni at Arsenal. But many just don't see that as happening. And I'm one of them. I just don't see that right now completing. I believe even if they keep Thomas Partey, they need to look at Lavia. Move Lokonga on. Xhaka's gone. Move El Neni. Bring in Lavia. Then you've got Rice, Jorginho, Lavia, Partey. And maybe, you know, that's the kind of sitting and holding midfielders, the box-to-box guys. On paper, that's one of the best midfielders in Europe. One of the best in Europe. You've got experience, you've got youth, you've got brilliant technical ability, you've got speed, power, athleticism. Arsenal have got to bring in one more, I think. I do believe Arsenal need one more. As scary as their summer looks for rivals, I still think they need one more. But where do you see him going? Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea? Let me know in the comments section below. Now, staying with Chelsea, this article, again, it's a third time this week. Third time this week, there's been talk of Vlahovic to Chelsea. Now, this here states that Chelsea will talk to Juventus about Vlahovic in the coming days. It says here, Juve are preparing a new contract around Vlahovic to land in the coming days. This is the article from the journalist here. It says, I'm hearing that there are several conversations planned between different Premier League clubs and Juve over a few players. And it is thought that one of these is Chelsea, who will look to discover more information about the availability of Vlahovic. So maybe the talk of 60, 70 million pound bids right now are a little bit jumping the gun. They're a little bit ahead of themselves. However, it does appear that Chelsea are really starting to look at some of the bigger name signings and stars that can help take their young squad forward. They've done the exits. They've done the sales. Yes, Jackson has come in, but you throw Vlahovic into this. If you put Vlahovic into the Chelsea team last season, they do better. Let alone this year with a deflated squad and a better manager. Chelsea wouldn't have been 12th. They'd have been in and around that top 6 with a prolific goal scorer in their team. Somebody to finish their dinner, finish their chances. Others would have grown in confidence around them. They would have been a much better team. I think they have to pursue a player like this. I think it has to be done. I think it has to happen. I don't think they can ignore it in any capacity. They have to go out and get this done. Whether it's Vlahovic or they end up settling for somebody else remains to be seen. It believes the work is just starting to begin. And I know the transfer window maybe has a little feeling like, not it's over, but you had the big sort of fanfare with Arsenal signings, Chelsea's big exits, Man United getting a few big deals done. And there's almost this element, it felt like it was towards the end of the window so soon. There's so much more work to be done. There's so many more big pieces of business to land. And Vlahovic to Chelsea could be one of them. Keep an eye out on this one, people. Now, an interesting story that rose up a few days ago and continues to have headlines being created, we had to address because I want to give you my opinion on it. And I already know, the reason I left this until the last segment of this video is because I already know what some of the comments are going to say. Anything from clickbait to why are you making up lies. Now, I'm not making up this article. I'm not twisting this article. I'm going to read to you what it says and then give you my opinion. There's a lot of talk about Kylian Mbappe. And there's a lot of talk that he wants to see out his contract. This is sort of pushing Paris Saint-Germain, in my opinion, to lower the transfer fee to movement. They don't want to lose him for nothing. I believe there's a bit of gamesmanship going on here. If I say I'll stay to walk away on a free, maybe my potential suitors can get me for a cheaper transfer fee because PSG don't want to risk that. But Miguel Delaney put out an article where he stated that it's understood that Arsenal would actually be Mbappe's first preference if he were to ever go to the Premier League. Both because he likes the evolution of Mikel Arteta's team and would enjoy the challenge of delivering a title to Arsenal again. That is according to a report in The Independent. Now, when I had full disclosure to this, it also states that it's highly likely because of the cost and the expense of the player. And, of course, it alludes to the fact that Kylian Mbappe's preferred destination, where he wants to go and play, is Real Madrid. But, of course, this gives Arsenal fans a sense of hope. Could it be done? Could they pull this off? Is it plausible? Is it possible? And for me, financially, yes. Financially, Arsenal could get this done. Everybody plays it down, but it's doable. Kylian Mbappe is so financially viable in terms of the income he would bring, new sponsorships, shirt sales, okay, merchandise sales, and much, much more. You could put out a $2.99 subscription to watch him do a vlog once a month, and you'd probably have 500,000 Gooners, 1 million Gooners, 2 million Gooners sign up to it and pay his wages. His image rights are so valuable for Arsenal to own that it is doable. But does that mean I think it's going to happen? No. And I mean that with the utmost respect to Arsenal. There is an outside chance in my mind that if Man United got taken over by some powerful people from Qatar, that United could land him. An outside chance. But he's going to Real Madrid. And for some of you, you wouldn't have waited until 9 minutes and 20 seconds to get to me saying that because you lack patience. You're a bit of a premature person. I feel sorry for your other half. But I just don't see it happening. So I would say this to Gooners. It's nice to read those things, but the likelihood of this happening is probably 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, 1 in 2,000. I don't think there's much chance of it at all. I think Tchouameni's a hard deal that you guys are hoping you do. this is even more difficult. If Arsenal did pull it off, it would arguably be the greatest signing a Premier League team's ever made, arguably, because of the Real Madrid links, the quality and fame of the player, etc. So I don't see it happening, and that's no dig at Arsenal. And I think most Arsenal fans in the comment section would agree with me. But as ever, I'd love your thoughts. I'd love your feelings. I want to know what you feel about all the stories we've spoken about today. Leave me your comments below. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace.